Director of Media for your Week 6 at The Buzzer. How's everybody doing tonight? Who's on the line tonight? Let me know who's all out there so far. Who's on the line? Shout your team out. Shout your department out. Who's on the line tonight? Gotham City in the building. What's up, sir? Director of Player Safety, the front office, Ross Turner. What's going on? Who else on the line tonight? Lansing. Shout out to Lansing. Greatness in the building. What's going on? The gang. Bear Gang. Okay. I'm doing all right, Ross Turner. So let's get right into it, man. We got an exciting this week 6. Can we believe that the season is halfway done? We've seen a lot of great basketball this far. And we're at the midway point. It's time to see who's going to make that push for the playoffs. And who's going. That's right. Shout out to the Pistons. It's time to see who's going to make that push for the playoffs. And who's just going to make that push. This the second half of the year. It's time to really, put it in gear, fellas. And let's really have a great second half of the season. So let's get right into it. Game 1 on the Eastern Conference, Court 1, 4 o'clock. This is the Eastern Conference Game of the Week. Game of the Week, we have the 4-1 Dynasty. We have the 4-1 Dynasty versus the 5-0 Bears. This game is going to be a great game. You know what? And I can't even move forward. I got to get right into this interview. So here we go. Give me 1 second. Let's get this interview right now. We got to get this interview right now, y'all. So, y'all just stand tight. The guest, he knew that he was going to be on the show tonight. Well, he knew he was on the show tonight. Let's try it one more time. If not, we're going to move right along. Keeping It Real Friday night. Don't miss Keeping It Real Friday night. She has a great show this Friday night. Do not miss Keeping It Real on this Friday night. Ross Turner has a great show planned for everybody. Friday night, 11 p.m. MBS. Keeping It Real with Ross Turner. Don't miss it. Well, we're going to move right along. In this game, Dynasty has never beat the Bears. Did you hear that? Dynasty has never beat the Bears. Dynasty has never beat the Bears. And this year, the Bears are coming. And the Bears are coming this year. Coach Terry, he has kept his team together. And these guys are ready. They has a lot of chemistry in there. And these guys are ready to play ball. Dynasty, on the other hand, this is a new look Dynasty. Just not the same Dynasty that we're accustomed to seeing. You got Bobo, you got Joe. DC's back with the team. But this Bear team is a mean team. They have always beaten Dynasty. I would go on a limb and say that they have Dynasty's number. And why do I say that? Because the facts show that Dynasty has always taken the loss to the Bears. 3 seasons ago, 8-0 Dynasty ran into the Bears week 9. Bears took care of that. Last year, Dynasty was 7-2. Played the Bears. Bears took care of that. So the Bears have Dynasty's number. I don't know what it is about it, but Dynasty have never gotten over the hump. And I don't know what's going to happen this week. But talk to me, MBS. Who y'all got? Bears or Dynasty? Bears, Dynasty. Who y'all got? Bears or Dynasty? Talk to me. Bears or Dynasty? Bears. Bears or Dynasty? Bears or Dynasty? Bears or Dynasty? Dynasty. Dynasty. Who else? Dynasty. Dynasty. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Talk to me. Dynasty. Gotham City. We ain't even talking about Gotham right now. Chill out, man. Alright, so, let's move right along. Let's see who's next on the lineup. So it looks like from the consensus of the crowd tonight that Dynasty will finally get over the hump and take care of business. Minestars versus No Limit. Minestars come into this game 1-4. No Limit comes into this game the exact opposite at 4-1. This Minestars team, I really don't know what to say about this Minestars team. It seems like they have a lot of question marks this season. We thought that, with Brandon Page coming in and Adrian Hodges, that these guys would play better ball. They needed a point guard. You're bringing in 2 elite point guards that could push the tempo, space the floor for Harp and Jeff, some of your shooters, but they shipped Brandon out, and now AD is the starter. First they had Ward coming in, now Ward isn't there. So they had a lot of question marks surrounding this camp. On the other side, No Limit is rolling. Suave, he's playing great ball. Lionel Hicks are playing great ball. So these guys are rolling. I look for No Limit to run away with this game, but don't take the Minestars lightly, because at the brink of a moment, they still have Thomas, who's capable of putting up, 20 points, 10 boards. Still have Brandon, who's capable of putting up 20 points, 10 boards. So talk to me, NBS. Who y'all got? Minestars, No Limit. Minestars or No Limit? Talk to me. Who y'all got? Minestars or No Limit? Minestars or No Limit? Minestars or No Limit? Who y'all got? Minestars, who are they? They're a basketball team in our organization. Shout out to you, Chris. I see you. Thanks for joining. Who? Okay. No Limit. Let's move right along. Nobody cares about y'all trade. Alright. So let's move right along. 6 o'clock. Greatness versus Phenom. Greatness versus Phenom. This is a rival game in the MBS. Greatness and Phenom always plays classic games. Always plays classic games. I.e., 2 seasons ago, Phenom had Greatness blew out in the playoffs. They were down 19 points in the second half. And yeah, Roz, I'm thinking that too. It's going to be a great game. They were down 19 points in the second half. School from Phenom, he was lighting Greatness up. Yeah, we played some Detroit teams. They were lighting Greatness up. But Greatness kept fighting. Keith Hall, he got a couple of blocks. Reese, he kept scoring. And Phenom just would not call a timeout. They would not call a timeout until they were down. And so Greatness ended up coming out victorious in the game. But I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, the series between these 2 teams is 3-2 Phenom. 3 wins for Phenom, 2 wins for Greatness. So Greatness is going to look to get even in this rivalry matchup with these 2 teams. So I wonder, and on the other side, Greatness has had some challenges this season. They had a great game against No Limit, which in my opinion they should have won. They clearly stopped playing basketball in the last 5 minutes of the game. I don't know what's going on in Greatness camp. Is it a personnel thing? Is it a scheme thing? Does Coach Face need to change his offense up? Is the head coach the issue? But clearly this is an organization that has some problems. And if they don't get it figured out fast, we could very well see a season where Greatness misses the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Myself, I would like to see Greatness in the postseason, but I don't know if it can physically happen at this point if they drop another game. Whatever is going on in Greatness land, they need to somehow get it figured out, and get it figured out fast, because the season is progressing. This is the second half of the year. But I have known greatness to turn it on in the second half. So, they have had some first half of the season struggles, but the second half of the season is here. It's now, and I look for Coach Face and greatness to respond. So, he's a winner. He's the former coach of the year, in the MBS, play in the MBS finals, so I look for greatness to turn it around in the second half of the year, but it won't be easy. They got Phenom that's waiting, losers of 2 straight, and they're going to come out fighting, trying to break that losing streak. So talk to me, MBS. Who y'all got? Greatness or Phenom? Greatness, Phenom. Who y'all got? Greatness, Phenom. Greatness. Who y'all got? Greatness or Phenom? Greatness or Phenom? Please watch the language. This is international. We have viewers all over the world. No profanity. Thanks, Ross Turner. I appreciate that. Greatness or Phenom? Greatness or Phenom? Greatness or Phenom? Nobody's taking Phenom. All right, let's move right along. Rock Boys and NWO. Just battle of the 4-1s. 4-1 Rock Boys, 4-1 NWO. NWO came out. I'm just going to say it. They came out and they got demolished, Sunday by the Bears. They did not they did not come to play against the Bears on Sunday. And by the time NWO tried to make it a game, the game was not a game anymore. Tory Billings, he really came out, and he lit, NWO up. They could not find an answer for, the Bear offense on Sunday, and on the other side, the Rock Boys, they had to fight back. They were down in the Warrior game on Sunday, and they fought back, in the second half, to put it all together and to get a win, but this is a Rock Boy team that does not quit. They keep playing ball, regardless to if they're down 8 points, regardless if they're down 10 points. They were down 10 Sunday, battled back to win by 3, I believe it was. They were down 16 week 1 against the Legends. They came back to win by 7 or 8. They came out and they really ran away the game against the Cobras. They came out, and they lost to greatness. Yes, I did, Rusty. You missed it. Catch us on the replay. They came out and they lost to greatness, which was a seesaw battle, and so I look for the Rock Boys to come out and to be very, very aggressive from the tip, to come out and to really play their physical style of ball, so who y'all got, MBS? Rock Boys or NWO in this game? Rock Boys or NWO? Who y'all got? Somebody's going to move to 5-1. Somebody's going to move to 4-2. Who's going to be? Rock Boys or NWO? Who y'all got winning? Rock Boys, NWO. Rock Boys or NWO? Nobody. Nobody's going to win. NWO. Alright, moving right along. We got the Warriors and we got the Warriors in Gotham City. Chunky. Let's keep that offline, Jazz, alright? We got Warriors and Pirates. Warriors and Pirates. I'm sorry. Warriors and Gotham City. The Warriors will battle and take on Gotham City on Sunday at 8 p.m. on Court 1. The Warriors, they come into this game 2-3. Losers of 2 straight. Coach Ken Dixon will be looking to get back on winning ways, on Sunday. Gotham City will have their hands full on trying to slow down Bo, who's averaging a shade over 15, 16 points a game, so far for his Warrior Ball Club. What's green in your glass, DT? That's a little juice, Roz Turner. Nothing illegal. Nothing against substance. This is clearly just a glass of lemon lime juice. But, the Warriors do have Gerard Jones, who has the ability to fill it up and fill it up fast. And on the other side, this Gotham City team is a remade team. Rio, he's averaging a shade over 20 points a game, shade under 20 points a game, in the 2 appearances that he had so far. And Daryl Garrett, he's back. Rose Simpson, Sam, this Tyree, this Gotham City team, Flake, he's with Gotham City now. This Gotham City team that they are prepared, and they're ready to play basketball. He's Coach Trav have revamped his team, and he's ready for a second half season of basketball. And Paige, who's back with Gotham City, who's very ready to make a run in the second half of the year. So talk to me, MBS, who you got? Warriors, Gotham City. Warriors or Gotham City? Warriors or Gotham City? Who you got? Warriors, Gotham. Who you got? Warriors or Gotham? Who you got? Gotham City. Dennis R. Brown, everything. Gotham City. All right, moving right along. Western Conference, Court 2, 4 p.m. Cobras and Noles. Gotham City, Cobras and Noles. The Cobras come into this game 0-5. And the Noles come into this game at 2-3. So the thing about this Cobra team, they had the Mob down 16 points on Sunday. Yes, that is an R for Rockaware. Now, can we move on with the show? All right, so the Cobras coming to this game 0-5. But the thing about this Cobra team, they were up 16 points on Sunday against the Mob. And I thought that all signs were pointing to the Cobras going to get their first win. But shout out to Mikey J and them. These guys, they came back, battled from 16 down to get a win. But this Cobra team, they have some pieces. I don't know if it's a scheme thing, where they're not running the right type of offense. Is it a personnel thing where guys are playing out of position? But clearly something is going wrong in this Cobra camp that needs to get fixed if they want to make this crazy as this may sound, MBS, but the Cobras still have a legitimate chance to make a push for the playoffs, in the Western Conference. They still have a legitimate chance to make the playoffs in the Western Conference, but they're going to have to get it done Sunday. You cannot keep putting weeks off and expect to make the playoffs. If the Cobras want to make a legitimate push, it has to start Sunday with a win. They need to somehow rustle up and find out what it is that's wrong, correct it, and go into the game on Sunday and get it done. So the Noles on the other side, they lost the Sunday against Fast Forward. In reality, if anybody really saw this game, the Noles were actually in this game until late in the fourth quarter. Well, I'll say midway through the fourth quarter when Fast Forward really pulled away. It was a time in this game, in the third quarter where the Noles had cut the lead down to 5 or 4, but, and Fast Forward pulled away at the top of the fourth quarter, so Coach Fields has a scrappy group over there. These guys are hungry, they're coming together to play, and I believe that these guys will be prepared on Sunday. So talk to me, MBS, who y'all got? Cobras or Noles? Cobras, Noles. Cobras or Noles? Who y'all got? Cobras or Noles? Cobras or Noles? Cobras or Noles? Crocodiles are not a team. Cobras or Noles? Cobras or Noles? Noles. Who else? Cobras? Nobody taking the Cobras. Rusty had 5 this past Sunday. Cobras. Noles. All right, let's move right along. Thunderbirds. Noles. Thunderbirds versus them boys. The Thunderbirds come into this game 1-4. Them boys come into this game 4-1. Now the thing about Cobras, okay, Ross Turner, I see you going against all odds. Shout out to Ephraim Turner. You know, he just jumped on the line. What's up, Doc? Good to see you on the line tonight. Thunderbirds versus them boys. So the thing about the Thunderbirds is, you know, they play a fast tempo type of game, you know, and that's definitely not the type of game that you want to play against them boys. You know, they're like, them boys is a team that like to get out and run. You know, they like to get out in the open floor and make quick decisions. You know, they like to run the quick hitters. You know, they put shooters on the wings. You know, so this is a team that likes to get out and run. You know, if the Thunderbirds want to have any chance of being successful in this game, you know, they're going to have to slow the ball down. You know, they're going to have to get into some half-court sets. You know, spread the ball out. You know, move the ball from side to side. They're going to have to somehow get, you know, some of the stars from them boys, John Cantrell, DeAndre Hall. They're going to have to somehow kind of, you know, get the whistle to go in their favor, where to get some of those guys in foul trouble, you know, to somehow put these guys in a position to be successful. You know, because if they get into the open floor, you know, and somehow, you know, and play into the boys' hands, you know, it could be a long night. You know, and them boys love to capitalize on mistakes. So Thunderbirds are going to have to play mistake-free basketball if they want to be successful, you know, on Sunday. You know, so talk to me, MBS. Who you got? Birds or boys? Birds or boys? Birds, boys. Birds or boys? Who y'all got? Birds or boys? Birds or boys? Birds or boys? Who y'all got? Boys, boys. Boys, boys. Birds. Okay, Rusty going against all odds. Okay. Moving right along. Outcast versus the Mob. This Outcast team, they're coming to this game 0-5. The Mob, they coming to this game 2-3. Upset alert. Alright, here we go. Outcast versus the Mob. 0-5 versus 2-3. You know, the Mob coming to this game, you know, hungry. Corn Jones, you know, he's fired up. You know, he's with this new team. You know, just as a sidebar, don't forget to tune in to Keeping It Real Friday night at 11 p.m. right here. You know, MBS Hoop League channel right here on Periscope. They're coming to this game hungry. Coach Taylor has his boys fired up. They're ready. You know, they're ready to prove that this is not the same Illyville team, and they're clearly that they are better. You know, they're more hungry. You know, BJ, he's a rebounding machine. You know, so they definitely have some pieces to compete. You know, Outcasts, on the other hand, they're coming to this game, you know, really looking like a organization, you know, with a lot of question marks. You know, what's going on internally? You know, is it the personnel? You know, clearly they're missing some pieces from the Summer League. You know, Westbrook, you know, Dwayne Wade, you know, they're Steve Ellsworth. They're missing some pieces, you know, that were key integral parts of that franchise from the Summer League, you know, that's causing them to, you know, really, you know, be successful. You know, but one of the main things that is not, you know, concurrent as it was in the offseason, that Reggie is not, I look like my favorite Draymond Green. Hey, but Reggie is not playing good basketball this year at all. You know, I don't know if anybody said it, you know, but, hey, this is at the buzzer. You know, we here to talk basketball and talk basketball facts. And the facts is, Reggie is not keeping it real. I mean, Reggie is not playing great basketball at all this year. You know, and what happened to Taylor? Taylor used to be that dominant force where he can grab, you know, 15, 16 rebounds a game, you know, 10 points, 12 points, 5 blocks. You know, Taylor, you know, he played soft on Sunday. What happened to Taylor? You know, and one thing that they do have going good for him, they need to get the ball back into AD's hand. He had 15 points off the bench. It was clearly, you know, in my opinion, he should be starting. You know, but that's not my team, but he should be starting. You know, I think that it's a shame that you get more production off the bench than you do out of your starting five. So whatever's going on in Outcast, they need to fix it. But hey, I am taking these boys to win. So Outcast, I'm taking you to get off the hot seat, and get your first win on Sunday. So Outcast will win this game. I don't know how it's going to happen. But Outcast will win this game on Sunday. All right, so talk to me, MBS. Who you got? Outcast or Mob? Outcast, Mob. Who y'all got? Outcast or the Mob? Outcast or Mob? Outcast or the Mob? Who y'all got? Outcast, Mob. 0-6 coming up. The Mob. Oh, we can get you on right now. Chill out, Coach Polk. Hey, Rusty, do you got an iPhone? Do you got an iPhone, Rusty? Do you got an iPhone? Rusty, do you got an iPhone? Do you got an iPhone, Rusty? We can get you right now. Alright, so let's move right along. Legends and Vets. The Legends coming to this game 2-3. Alright, I'm finna call you on Facebook in just a second, video chat, so stand by. Legends and Vets. The Legends coming to this game at 2-3. The Vets coming to this game at 1-4. The Vets, they got off the hot seat and got their first win against the Thunderbirds on Sunday. It did take overtime to get it done. But they do have Antonio Rosenbrough, who is a score machine. Cruz, Darren Washington. They do have some pieces. Where's Marley Jane Gang been at this year? He's been missing in action. We need for him to step up, and to really get back to stretching the floor, and to get knocking down some of those perimeter threes that the MBS is accustomed to him doing if the Vets want to be successful in this game. As for on the other side, the Legends, they played a great game on Sunday, against Outcast, but things are not going to be easy. They need to continue. One thing that has plagued the Vets, one thing that has plagued, the Legends, early in the season is that they have came out flat, in a lot of their performances. They need to come out, and not come out flat, and get going early and not to try to play, catch up. History has shown early in the season that when they play catch up, the Legends struggle. They play good from out front. So they need to come out and get it going early, and take care of business. Although the Legends do have pieces, Eric Evans, Marcus Ewell, so the Legends, so talk to me, MBS. Who y'all got? Legends or Vets? 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 Still haven't seen them yet. Alright, Ballers and Fast Forward. Ballers or Fast Forward? Ballers or Fast Forward? Ballers and Fast Forward. This is the Western Conference Game of the Week. And the Ballers, the Ballers are a very, very smart team. They come into this game 2-3. Fast Forward comes into this game 5-0. The Ballers can make this a game, but they're going to have to play mistake-free basketball. Get Puna the ball. He played great with you guys in your first game. So he needs to have the ball in his hand in order to continue to be effective. Rashard Moore, he needs to continue to shoot the ball well. And feed Nuke the ball. Nuke is a great scorer when he has the ball in his hand. On the other side, Fast Forward, Javon Thomas, Daryl Davis, Cork Williams, Larry White, Alan Bradford. These guys are a system. Coach Love told us on Monday. They have a system. They believe in their system. And, there are no stars in their offense. And they look to play team ball. So talk to me, MBS. Who y'all got? Ballers or Fast Forward? Ballers or Fast Forward? Ballers or Fast Forward? Ballers. Fast Forward. I know I've seen Coach Polk take the Ballers. Somebody said rewind. Who y'all got? Fast Forward? Okay. Hey, so, that's enough, from tonight. We definitely thank everybody for tuning in to Ballers. Okay. We definitely thank everybody for tuning in tonight to At the Buzzer. You know, this is week 6 coming up, so the second half of the season is here. We want to wish everybody a great second half of the year. You know, it's time for teams to make a push. So, you know, have a great night. You know, week 6, here we go, and God bless you.